Cathy has been a member since August of this year, so relatively new to the group. We're so happy she's with us. And she represents Beautycounter, which is a disruptive skincare and cosmetics company founded in 2013 by Gregg R. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. Based in Santa Monica.
It's a woman, actually. Gregg.
Oh,
I know.
Gregg with two G's.
Right,
woman.
two G's, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Based in Santa Monica, California. Her company never uses 1,500 plus ingredients that are in other products that are known or suspected to be harmful to human health. Their products are safe, high-performing, and beautiful, just like Cathy. So take it away.
I feel like I wish I was a stand-up comedian. It's like such a heavy day that I would lighten things up, but I'm not. So I'm going to show this video first because it does a great job of explaining why Beautycounter was started, what it is, and then I'll follow up a little bit with my own story. And thank you guys for making this possible.
The reality is that most people don't know what they're putting on their skin every day. There are over 10,000 ingredients commonly used in all personal care products, of which approximately only 10% have been tested for safety on human health. They're putting products on their bodies that say things like all natural. What they don't know is the lack of regulation. I started Beautycounter because I believe there's a need for change. I wanted to educate consumers so that people had access to better information, and I also wanted to provide a solution. Women of all ages want to feel beautiful, they want to feel the best version of themselves, but at the end of the day, we need to protect our health. Your health is your greatest asset. I felt over time that women have been asked to compromise. We believe there's no one else in the industry that is taking both performance and safety to the extent that we have. The reality is that we are putting hundreds of chemicals and ingredients on our bodies every single day. Even in small doses, chemicals can have a lasting and negative impact on your body. We are very focused on transparency. There's not a single ingredient in our product that we don't disclose. To that end, we created something called the Never List. The Never List is a group of ingredients that we will never, ever use in our products. We provide people with access to information so that they can make better, more informed choices to protect not only themselves, but those they love. One of the scariest things that I've learned is that it's not just what we put on our own bodies, but what we put on our own bodies can actually impact those around us. And so in those incredible, precious moments, those toxic chemicals are being transferred from one person to another. I think as a mother, I want more than anything to protect my children. I think that I would do anything to make sure that they are safe and that they are healthy. You know, our skin is our largest organ, and what you put on it matters. It matters a lot. We believe important information is shared between people that love one another and care about one another. And so we made a very conscious decision to sell our products to the people. And I think that all of our consultants feel an enormous sense of pride of being part of a movement for better beauty, and we would never be where we are today without them. Success for us is giving people access to information, creating better, safer products, and affecting legislative change that moves the industry to a better place. What better job is there in the world? You know, I run to the office every day. I look forward to being at work because I get to work with amazing people on something that is incredibly important. My dream is for all people to have access to safer products, for our children and future generations not to worry about reading the labels on the products that they're putting on their bodies every single day. We all deserve better. Beautycounter is a movement. Join us in getting safer products into the hands of everyone.
Do I just press the
space bar?
Thank you. So that's kind of an overall sketch of Beautycounter. And I was thinking about the angel topic, and Gregg actually ran my sister's company back east when she was starting a children's clothing company. And I didn't realize until after I had joined the company that I actually know her. So I was like, why is that name so familiar? And so it's funny how things come around in the world. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself. And I'm super nervous. I just never am good at talking in front of people, so just bear with me here. I'm going to read a little bit because I feel better. So my own health journey began kind of in 1992. I was diagnosed with MS, and that kind of led me to get into learning more about health and how to heal myself, because the doctors weren't really helping me very much. I was actually getting worse. So I weaned myself off all the steroids and stuff they were giving me. Just started to get a little exercise and change my diet, quit my job. I was working in a downtown Denver law firm, and just said I got to take care of myself. So that got my feet back on the ground. I really have healed myself. Basically, I don't take any drugs. I have no symptoms, and I'm doing fine. That led me into opening a fitness center in Boulder with my husband. So we've been running that for about 12 years. I ran that. Kind of was over it, and became a certified health coach in 2014. So there's been this progression of me learning what's helped me, and I really am trying to help other people kind of heal themselves from within. And stumbled on Beautycounter about 3 years ago. A friend of mine had breast cancer, and she found this company and was really excited about it, and introduced me because she knew I was really trying to just keep learning and learning about products that could help other people. Owning a gym, people think you know everything about health. I knew nothing. So I felt like I had to really educate myself so I could help other people who were coming to me and saying, well, how do I do this, and how do I do that, and what do I use? So the upshot of all this was that 3 years ago, I got overwhelmed by the loss of my father. He died from lung cancer. He was a non-smoker. And then my sister got breast cancer about 6 months after he died. And then about a year ago this month, I lost my first granddaughter. She was 9 months old. She died from stage 4 cancer. So clearly she was born with it. You don't get stage 4 cancer at 6 months old, and then, and it had metastasized her entire body, so they couldn't really do anything. So when that happened, I just like, that's it. This is what I'm going to do. Because I think we all focus, especially in Boulder, on what we're eating, how much exercise we're getting, but our skin, like they said, is our largest organ, and you are absorbing everything. So that's just become my mission, to really share why we do. This isn't just about cosmetics. This is about, we have a baby line, we have a kids line, we have a men's line now. It's everybody. It's not, and cosmetics are big because there's a lot of lead, there's a lot of chemicals in cosmetics that are really, they don't have to tell you what's in it. And good luck finding it on the internet, finding, unbiased information, because there's no regulation. And that's part of what this company does, is we're working in Washington too, trying to get more laws passed about what they can put on labels, kind of like with food, how that's evolved now that we understand what all the ingredients are, if we take the time to read the labels and understand what we're eating. So we're working to that end as well. And we really do ban intentionally. We screen rigorously. Even things that we're not using, we're continually learning. We've partnered with Tufts University to research endocrine disruptors, which is one of the leading causes of breast cancer for women. And by the way, October is Breast Cancer Month, Awareness Month, so I've put these little informational booklets. One of our nonprofits is the Breast Cancer Research Fund that we work with, and you can go to their website and get some really good, non-biased information about breast cancer and the research that's being done. So I don't really think I have anything else to say. I think that about covers it. I don't know if anybody has questions. I was talking really fast because I'm nervous. I'm sorry. A lot of information.
Not like antiperspirant. Is that?
Deodorant is one of the biggest offenders. It's full of aluminum, and you're putting it under your arms right where your lymph nodes are. So there's a lot of natural ones out. There's a good one called Native, and that's you can get through mail order. But there's a lot of them that are coming out, and we're working on it with that Beautycounter. But she's so careful about what she puts in things that it can take a while for us to come out with. But we're working on it.
So there's this other deodorant called Schmidt, natural, it's amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of brands coming out now.
Where is their R&D facility, do you know?
You know, we partner with places like with Tufts, so I don't, that's a good question. I've never been told that they have their own, but they do have a team that researches things, and then there's scientists that come to her and the team, and they figure out whether it's something they want to pursue as far as researching more of the ingredients or whatever. But I don't know if that's in-house or if that's something that they use consultants for.
Your products, as far as hypersensitivity, that kind of stuff, smells, alcohol.
The only fragrance, and fragrance is one of those.
Hypoallergenic, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I honestly haven't had anyone tell me they've had any allergic reactions. Our only fragrance, which is not actually a nebulous fragrance, it's actual citrus. That's the only fragrance we use, and it's very subtle. It's not anything that's overwhelming.
Do you have a gluten-free line?
Everything, I'm pretty sure everything is gluten-free. I don't want
Okay.
to say for 100%, but all our ingredients are, if you go to the website, they list all the ingredients, and it'll say gluten-free if it is gluten-free, but we really try to be gluten-free on everything.
Do you know if they're actually, I mean, a lot of products are coming out saying that they are gluten-free.
Yeah.
Do you know if that means that those gluten-free items are actually done in a separate gluten-free factory?
No.
Okay.
And they don't have to say that. And it's just like the words with natural and organic, there's no regulation around that. So even if a product or an ingredient starts out organic, in the process of putting it into that particular item, they can totally pervert it so it's not organic anymore, but they don't have to tell you that.
Right.
So it's,
No, I was just saying that's because it's very big for people that actually have celiac disease.
right, yeah, no, they don't have to state that.
Do you have sunscreens?
We have sunscreen now, yeah. We just came out with a new one we reformulated. It actually prevents exposure to blue light, which comes off devices too, so.
What's the active ingredient in that sunscreen?
It's zinc oxide, so it's a physical barrier. It's not a chemical
Zinc
that gets into your bloodstream.
Zinc oxide.
You should be the show model.
We have time for one more question.
Let's add one more.
So if someone was wanting to buy the products, do they buy those through you directly? Do they go to like a website to purchase the products? How does that work?
So it's kind of cool the way Gregg set it up. We have something called direct retail, so you can certainly buy through me. I would love to, I really love helping people figure out what's best for them. Or you can just buy through the Beautycounter website. You don't have to work with a consultant. Or we have something called direct retail, which is you just can go online. You don't have to shop with a consultant at all. So it's, we've also partnered with J. Crew. We partnered with Target for a couple of months, and we were in their stores nationwide a couple of years ago. So she's really trying to make it accessible to everyone without having to work with a consultant if that's not something you want to do. So.
How do we support you, though, through that process, that purchase?
I would love to speak to more groups, as much as it terrifies me, just to get the word out about why, even if you don't buy Beautycounter, like just to be aware that the government is not protecting you from yourself when it comes to skincare, cosmetics, especially your children. I mean, after what I went through with my granddaughter, it's like people who are young people who need to understand that what they're putting in their bodies before they even get married, have children or whatever, like it's affecting your body, and you are passing that on. So.
Well, very good information. Thank you
This
so
is
much.
something for you guys. There's this great website, it's called ewg.org. And you go to deep skin and you can put each shampoo or any cosmetic you use and you can see how many toxic chemicals is in there. You will never use them. Because they're so toxic that, just go and look. It's amazing. It's an amazing website.
And you can download the app and scan the product in the
Yeah.
store before you buy it.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called
EWG.
EWG, the Environmental Working Group, and it's called the Skin Deep app. So that's really helpful.
Neat.
And they're like consumer reports. They don't take advertising. So.
Do you have
Scary.
a sunblock?
Yeah, we do have sunscreen.
All right, so moving right along, thank you so much, Kathy.